Number 5, Back to Life by Soul II Soul. This one, I'll be honest, this is here for two big reasons. One, that cool, restrained little groove that they got going. A lot of this song is just little piano lines, a lot of drums, and just going very cool, and then a few string hits. It's just very tight, very impeccable. And like Luther Vandross, this is another one where there's great vocal lines. Just the ladies of Soul II Soul selling it so well with that back to life, back to reality. That chorus is just mesmerizing. It's enchanting. This is a magical song which really befits the entire thing, where it's taking the whole idea of romance as some sort of fantasy, it's just something you wish for, and really bringing it to the forefront of the lyrics where it's literally just your fantasy, and it sounds like a fantasy, especially when they hit that, however do you want it? However do you need me? However do you want me? That line, oh mama, oh baby. Like, that is perfection. It really is the dreamiest, most ethereal thing. You can definitely see this as some sort of bizarre sequence where you're being led through a strange world of the early 90s with some beautiful girl. You're just going along, everything's floating, and it's just majestic. There's just that perfect hint of shadow with the minor chords that's offset by how mind-bogglingly amazing the vocals are, and those little violin stabs in the middle. Those are just great. I love this song. I love it. Let's go. Number 4, Love Shack by the B-52s. Sometimes I wonder to myself, what is the perfect pop song? What is the one song that most captures what makes a pop song great? I have a few choices in mind. I Want to Get Better by the Bleachers, Hey Ya by Outkast, Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison, Midnight Train to Georgia by Gladys Knight and the Pips. There are probably honestly a lot of songs that could probably fill that spot. But one of them that's probably a little bit surprising is Love Shack by the B-52s. Because here's my thing about the B-52s. They are a very gimmick-heavy band, honestly. Which makes sense, considering that they're a band from the 80s who ended up pastiching the 50s. They named themselves in part after their beehive hairdos, and their entire image is trying to be like these big, goofy 50s TV show hosts. But they know how to work a gimmick, man. Because first of all, the idea of the Love Shack, just a little getaway where we can get together. The Love Shack, baby. Just the idea of it is beautiful. Just a little secluded place where you can be happy, you can be in love, you can do whatever you want, you can have fun. I think everyone needs that in their life. Everyone needs a love shack. For our aromantic brethren, you could have a platonic love shack. There you go, folks. But yeah, that's just a great idea for a song. And apparently this is a real place, which unfortunately ended up burning down, I believe, which is the tragedy. But yeah, then, of course, the B-52s take it, and they make it this great, rollicking pop banger, Hooks for days, man. They have just the right amount of the one guy doing his little talk rap thing. Let's say it's a faded sign down on the road. Like, they're just at the perfect level where he's enough to make it unique and interesting and goofy, but not enough where he makes it all annoying. And then the ladies will go back and forth with him, doing their huge choruses. And this is just an astounding song. How many little elements they managed to pack in there. It's a masterful piece of songwriting, and I really love it. It's just a good time. I think it should be remembered as such. Perhaps the greatest pop song of all time. Number 3, Black Cat by Janet Jackson. Yeah. Remember how on the worst of I was talking about how a lot of the rock songs on this year end were very doofy songs, very 80s. Yeah, there was a lot of those, Bon Jovi and such. Billy Idol nearly made it on this list with Cradle of Love, but he ended up getting lost in the shuffle. This one is probably the hardest, the meanest, the most aggressive rock song in the entire year of the 1990. And it's by Janet Jackson. This song just goes so hard that, man, those guitar lines, man, that guitar solo, the huge rhythm section, like, Janet just went all out on this song. How do you do this to me, Janet? She just was like, you know what? Today, I'm gonna kick some butt. Specifically, the butt of one white boy in the year 2020. And all the producers in the studio were like, Janet, what are you talking about? And she was like, hush, I'm Janet Jackson, and I kick butt. And this is just a great song. Like, all those choruses, all those hooks, man, all those guitars, they're just fantastic. And I mean, honestly, the lyrics are pretty good, solid too. Like, they're just talking about some guy who's done Janet dirty and is trying to just live dangerously and leave her on the wayside. And then she's just like, nope, we're not doing this anymore. And that really builds into it. Like, it makes it this very fierce, very determined song where Janet's saying, you know what? No, I'm a rock star. You're not going to get to just go live your silliness and leave me alone all day and all night while you're trying to risk your life. Screw you. And I can get behind that. Good song, Janet. Great song. Number 2, The Humpty Dance by Digital Underground. This is just a great song. And it's hilarious. So, Humpty Hump is the alter ego of a Digital Underground lead rapper, Shock G. He wears a ridiculous outfit involving some sort of fur hat, bathrobe, and Groucho Marx glasses, and talks like if Slick Rick was suddenly got hit up with a dose of cough medicine. And he's just insanely, I'm gonna say it, he's insanely horny. That's the song. It's just all his exploits trying to get with it, as it were. It is just ridiculous sometimes. Apparently he just has all these doofy lines like, I like my oatmeal lumpy. Hey fat girl, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I said, fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. It never once stopped me from getting busy, and I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. This is just a hilarious song, man. It's just, they're just like, you know what? We're doing the Humpty Hump. They're just having a good time. And they've got this great beat, like, you know, these good little bass line, good drum machine groove, and then the horns come in and the chorus is just, the Humpty dance is your chance to do the Humpty doo-doo-doo. It's a great song. You gotta love it. And they even teach you how to do the dance at the end. Like, apparently, you hold your leg to the side and you shake it around. That's all you gotta do. Well, you gotta do it like you're on crack, but that's the dance. That's how you do the Humpty Hump. Or the hump, I guess. But I just love this song. It's just one of the funniest rap songs to ever come out of any time, any place. And he's just such a... he's a little rascal, he is, that Humpty Hump. He's just like, yeah. I just love him. He's adorable. Like, man. Number 1, Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson. This is essentially if George Clinton was a Black Panther. Of course, Rhythm Nation is actually a pretty great album. It's not my super favorite of all time, but there's a lot of great stuff about it, and Rhythm Nation encapsulates a lot of what's great about it. Just this sort of vague, the political activist side of Janet Jackson, where she's like, we're gonna change the world, we're gonna start the revolution through dance. Sure, Janet. Honestly, the political aspect of this song isn't all that powerful, I don't think. Like, it's vague. You know, she's not doing much. But honestly, if she was going to try to be more specific, I think the song would have suffered. We saw how that turned out with Michael Jackson. As he got more specific, the songs got worse. But Janet, she's just like, let's make our dance utopia. I can get behind that. Especially because this is a monster groove, bro. This is a huge, huge dance beat. Like, it honestly scares me sometimes when I hear it. Especially that intro where I don't quite know what's going on. It's just doing this sort of stutter. Like, what? Hold on. Am I about to be hit by something? And then it goes into boom, you know. Just this huge rockin' funky thing. Like, if Prince was suddenly a bodybuilder who was punching some random dude. Can you imagine? But Janet pulls it off super well. It's just, my gosh. You can actually believe that she is actually doing something incendiary with this song. Like, she just pumps it up to 11 and makes it fantastic. And that's what I love about it. It's just so huge, so mind-boggling. We are the world of the Rhythm Nation. Or something like that. I don't know the lyrics off top. But yeah. Rhythm Nation, man. I wish I was a citizen. So, those are my top 10 best hit songs of 1990. I hope you enjoyed. And if you have favorite songs of yours, or least favorite, go ahead and tell me. And I'll be making the best and worst hit songs of 1991 eventually.